Welcome back, race fans. Welcome back to the ATC Truck Series. After an unforgettable finish at Talladega, the field now trades the draft for concrete as we head for short track racing in the Thunder Valley. It's Bristol Motor Speedway for 175 laps. It's a time to see who can survive the chaos and keep their championship hope alive. Last time out, Peter Smetra captured his first ATC win with a thrilling photo finish, edging out Patrick Camburn and Michael Champlin by less than 2/10 at the line. Meanwhile, championship contenders Joshua Altice and Bryson Daffern both brought up top 10 runs to keep the title fight alive and heading into the final stretch. Now, with just 3 races remaining, the points couldn't be any tighter. Bryson Daffern took the top spot back and is now sitting at 267 spots, leading Joshua Altice by just 2 points. Mitchell Williams dropped to 3rd, just 6 points out of the lead, still well within striking distance with a win in seven top 10 finishes. Jordan Tross remains steady in 4th, while Jerry West rounds out the top 5. Bristol Motor Speedway, it's a half-mile of concrete intensity. 36 degrees of banking, tight corners, absolutely no room for error. 175 laps means there's going to be traffic, and timing will decide it all. It's race 10 of 12. It's Bristol 175. You're watching the ATC Truck Series live on ATC YouTube channel. Sit back, strap in, and let's go racing at the checkered. All right, practice is getting ready to round up here, or wind up here. So once they get their practice in, They'll get reset. They will do their qualifying laps. They're going to get 2 laps to qualify. Tonight, they're getting 2 sets of tires. So we will let them get their qualifying laps in. Once we get them qualified, we will go through the lineup and see who's all here and where they placed. I do believe we have 21 tonight so far. I'll be able to tell you better in a moment. But we'll let these guys qualify and we will go from there. So we'll be right back. right, looks like we've got 22. Maybe 23. Looks like 23. 24. It looks like somebody else just jumped in at last second here. So, got some last minute people coming in. Going through the qualifying laps. Got about 2 minutes left for these guys to qualify, so it doesn't look like many are coming back out, so we'll see how this goes. But I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving last week. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoyed your time with your family and spent it well. Hopefully there wasn't any family feuds going on, because I know that can be a thing. I know that happens a lot with my own family, so definitely aware of how that can be. So, looks like we are getting one other one come out and qualify now. This vehicle right here, it says it's registered to Melissa Dwyer, but I know that is not a Melissa in that driver's seat. So, I should really get that. I should get that noted, so I know, because it just helps. It just helps with the broadcast to know who the actual person is, knowing that it's not Melissa. So, but these guys are they're out there. They're finishing up qualifying, and we have, what do we got left? We got 11 seconds, 10 seconds left in the qualifying. Then these guys will be placed, and we will run through the pole positions. The startup of the race. There we go. We have officially 23 trucks in here tonight. So, with that being said, as they get loaded in, we will get to they're getting loaded in, so let's see, which camera do I want? Let's go with that camera. Go with that camera. Wait, why? What? Oh. 1 second. 1 second. Let me get this set up right here. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with something. All right. So your pole tonight is going to go to that man right there. Mitchell Williams going to get the pole and start position 1. Bryson Daffern is going to be starting to the outside. Brent Thompson will be starting in 3rd tonight with Jordan Tross to his outside, starting in 4th. Joshua Altice will be starting in 5th place with Zachary Peterson just to the outside of him in 6th place. Patrick Camburn is going to start in 7th with Tom Ringer in 8th. Matthew Williams is going to be starting in 9th place with Justin Frazier in 10th. Melissa Dyer is going to be starting in 11th with Ron Holyfield in 12th. Kurt Kryzak is going to be starting in 13th with Todd Parent to his outside in 14th. Thaddeus Friel will be starting in 15th place tonight with Abram Ghostin starting in 16th. David Bersecki is going to be starting in 17th with Tony McDaniel starting in 18th. It looks like there is some rearranging going on for some of these guys. I imagine it's penalty stuff that's going on, possibly. So the list that I'm giving may or may not be correct, but this is what I have, so this is what we're going off of. So then we got Zach Mullen is going to be starting in 19th place. Garrett Stone will be starting in 20th. Sean Timoty in the number 11 will be starting 21st place tonight with Sean Diani starting in 22nd in the number 30. Now the 23rd truck, it doesn't look like he's registering on the track right now, but that is Richard Young in the 022. So, you see him going around. There's kind of a blimp overview of the track. You can see it is a short oval. Pace car is down and we are green already. Let's get in there. Bryson and Mitchell battling it out right away for first. See Bryson getting a little loose, it looked like already on that corner. Not something you want to see already. He's going to get clear, going to get that front spot, get into the clean air, and try and take a lead and get out away from everybody. As this is a short track, there will be lap traffic that will cause issues. So I can only imagine that once we get to that point, we may see cautions from it. I'm already seeing one truck going into the pits. Not sure if they're having issues or what exactly, but got the number 5, Garrett Stone. He is going into the pits right now. We do have the leaders already separating 1, 2, and 3. So you got Bryson Daffern in first, Mitchell Williams in second, Jordan Tross in third. Then it's about a second gap between Jordan and Joshua Altice. So already getting some space between them. Then you got Joshua Altice, Brent Thompson, and Zachary Peterson. And then between them, there's already a 1.5 second gap between Zachary and Patrick Cambert. Let's see if I can do this. So as you can see there, you got Bryson Daffern currently in the lead. You got Mitchell Williams gonna spin out. That's gonna bring out a caution. Hopefully everybody can dodge him. Oh, he got caught. He got caught. Not sure who that was that caught him, but that was the 35. And unfortunately, because of that hit, that will wrap up Mitchell's night. Unfortunately. Before that, Mitchell would have been able to keep going, but because that hit, the way it hit him, it looks like he's gonna be out for the evening already. Unfortunate for that. We're only 8 laps in, but sometimes that's just the way it happens. We see Mitchell's gonna go in, or I'm sorry, Matthew is gonna go in and get some repair work done. I'm sure he's got some damage also. Meanwhile, you got Bryson Daffern, Jordan Tross, Joshua Altice, Brett Thompson, Zachary Peterson. That is going to be your top 5 on this restart. So like I said, we 9 laps in of 175. We got a long ways to go. We are just starting out. They will go around one more time. We'll get all lined back up again, and we will go from there. And we're back to green flag racing. Bryson Daffern is going to take the lead, take that jump. Jordan Tross is going to push to the outside and try and make a way around, but he's going to get stuck behind him. So he's going to get in the straightaway and try and see what he can do. You got Joshua Altice in third right there, working his way around with Brent Thompson right behind him. Zachary Peterson is going to be in fifth. See if we can make our way through before. Oh, we got Bryson getting loose there. Almost had another incident going on as we came in with the camera. Trying to push it to try and stay in front and pushing it a little too much. So anyway, so you got Bryson in front currently with Jordan Tross right behind him. Not sure if that's a good spot, really. Sometimes being out front or in second, third, and fourth is not always a good spot, because if first or second wipe out, it's going to take out a lot of the vehicles on this track. So kind of a place to be in caution. Be cautious of. So Jordan Tross running second, about 0.3 behind him. You got Jordan Altice. Behind Jordan, you got Brent in that 045. And about a second and a half back, you got Zachary Peterson in that 96. Then you got not Melissa Dyer in that 38. Moving back, you got Justin Frazier in that 27. Currently running in 7th place. Ron Holyfield in that 21. Currently running in 8th. Kurt Kryzak going sideways, trying to hold on to it. Turned into that just in time. So moving back up here, number 8 of Thaddeus Friel. He's currently running in 9th place now since that incident with Kurt, where Kurt breaking loose there. So then you got Patrick Camburn. He is currently in 10th. Tony McDaniels is going to be out here running in 11th place. Sean Diani is going to be behind him in 12th in that number 30. Kurt managing to get his wheels back under him, trying to catch back up with everybody again. He's currently running in 13th space. Dave Brasecki, he's out here running in 14th. Abram Ghostin, he's out here running in 15th in that 22. That 22 Ghost truck. We got Zach Mullen in that 49 Rapala truck. That's a nice looking truck there. Then the 69 of Todd Parent. He's in 17th place, but there is a caution. I'm seeing the number 30 sitting there on the track. So let's see what happened here. That was the prior crash. Oh. Well, not sure what happened there. Watch as 30 comes around here, see what happens. So he just broke loose. Tried to bring her back up, but was checked up, and unfortunately, Kurt was right there to catch him in the rear. So there will be some damage to those two trucks. They will try and get into the pits, try and get that repaired. Looks like both of them should be able to get repaired and get back out. On lap 27 currently. Back up here to the beginning. Gonna see where everybody's at. And we're back green. Got Bryson out front still, getting a nice jump on that restart. Joshua Altice, he's back here. He was battling with Jordan, but he has managed to get around and get in front. So Jordan's going to be back here in third now. You got Melissa Dwyer. You got not Melissa Dwyer back here. Or Dwyer. I'm not sure which way it goes. Back here. Oh, you see them breaking loose. In fourth place right now. Then you got Brett Thompson right here in fifth. Justin Frazier is going to be sixth. Zachary Peterson, he's got a couple people behind him. He's currently running seventh with Ron Holyfield right behind him and Patrick Camburn right there. And then Tony Daniel is going to round out the top 10. Let's get back up here to the front. Let's switch our cameras so we get a better view of what's all going on. Maybe we can actually see a caution happen this time. But you can see that gap around Joshua right now. That gap in front of him is about a 0.5 and the gap behind him is about a 0.4. So gapping out just a little bit. As we go through here, let's see, do we have any close battles going on? It looks like right here is a battle possibly going to be ready to happen. Oh, we see 96 breaking loose there, but he's able to check up and get back in. But there goes the 21 of Ronald Holyfield, going to go to the inside, try and make his way around the 96 of Zachary Peterson. It is a battle going around the corners. Zachary holding that outside line pretty well right now. So, Ron slipping back a little bit. That let Tony McDaniel kind of come back up. He's working his way. He's looking to the inside there on that corner. He's not going to quite get it, but maybe on the next one he's going to have that opportunity. He is going to go to the inside, work his way around Ronald, and he is going to get that spot. Ron not quite giving it up, but there, he's going to let it go, and he's going to possibly work the inside. Kind of going back and forth, so we'll see how it goes, see how it plays out. It looks like back here we got a little bit of a battle kind of happening, so we got Kurt working his way to the inside. Kurt's trying to get around, get some laps back. Going through here, it looks like this is still the battle for the night right now. Everybody kind of spacing out already. Oh, we got a gap right here. We got a battle right here for 13th to 12th. Garrett is going to go on the inside and work his way around, get around Zach. So he's going to take 12th place, and he's going to work his way up, and he's going to try and catch Todd now. Here you see at 35 of Matthew Williams, he was able to get repaired, get back out there. Unfortunately, he's 2 laps down, so he's trying to battle his way to get back around, but long ways to go to get there. Especially with the leaders coming around and starting to catch up. Because there's the leaders right there. You see Bryson breaking it loose a little bit coming out of that corner. So we're down to, as it looks like right now, we are down to 20 trucks. Bryson in the lead, Joshua in second, and Jordan in third. And just like that, we are 52 laps in already. Blink of an eye, and here we are. 2 cautions, 52 laps in, and 175 total. You got Joshua catching up to Bryson, starting to put some pressure on him. We've seen Bryson starting to break loose a little bit, so I'm wondering if he's letting up a little bit. He probably burned his tires up trying to stay out in front of him, because Joshua is getting right into the back end of him there, as we saw that right there. Spun him a little bit. They're both breaking loose, so that's going to give the opportunity to Jordan to kind of sneak up in there. He's going to start fighting for second place now. So you got Jordan and Josh battling for second, trying to catch up and match with Bryson getting a little loose there. That's again going to give opportunity to Jordan, or to Jordan to go to the outside. Jordan's trying to go to the outside, make his way around. We see him breaking loose a little bit coming out of that corner. We still got Joshua trying to push on the back of Bryson there to try and... I don't know if he's trying to push him out of the way or if he's trying to push him to keep him going, but a lot of bumping going on between those two right now. Lots of bumping going on between those two right now. It looks like Bryson's just having all kinds of troubles trying to hold that thing straight now. So I imagine that if they stay green, they'll be going in for some tires. Imagine they're probably going to try and split it in half as much as they can, if they can. Meanwhile, we got Jordan up here. He's starting to work his way around lap traffic. Oh, look at that right there. That truck right there, that is a beautiful sight. Little Debbie Christmas tree cakes. Delicious. As a fat man, this is approved. Oh, we got a caution. Let's see. That is going to bring guys in the pits. All right, let's see what happened. There's just something about that corner right there. I'm not sure exactly what it is. That flag man looked like he was ready to throw his shoulder out whipping that flag like that. Holy cow. Looks like the 38. I'm not sure exactly what was going on there, but you see his tires. He's just kind of all over in that corner there. Rewind that back. Go slow. You see him go to the inside here. I'm not sure. Let's see. Can we do... Do that, but then do the 38. Oh, you see he's already into him. Oh, that's a horrible camera. All right, let's go this one, this view. We can do this view. You see they come up around. Here you see him getting to the inside here. As they come out, you see him kind of, he must have been loose because you see him turn up. And you see him kind of seesaw on the wheel there. So I'm guessing that his truck is really loose, and unfortunately he got up into Bryson because of that. So it's we saw Bryson bouncing off a guy's lap before, so anything's possible with this. Anything's possible. So with that being said, we got not Melissa in that 38. They did not go into the pits. So they are the only ones that are still out there on the old tires. Pace car is going to drop down. And we're going to go green again. There you see not Melissa breaking loose, but getting a jump and getting to the inside. Going to try and hold off, but those new tires behind him and around him are going to push everybody else, and he's going to have to get up out of the way or he's going to cause some problems. So Jordan Tross is going to take the lead back. Melissa's going to work, not Melissa is going to work their way back out in front, or try to get out there. But because of those tires, everybody else is going to have an easier time gripping in the corners and getting out and getting away. So we got Jordan Tross in front, Joshua Altice in second, Bryson Dafford in third, Justin Frazier in fourth, Ron Holyfield is in fifth. You see not Melissa dropping back to sixth now dropping down to seventh. So the not getting the tires has not necessarily worked in their favor. As you can see that they're falling back fairly quick. Now I am guessing it is a pit strategy. Trying to split and save the tires. Hope for a later caution to catch back up. Where everybody else has to go in and they don't. Because we are getting close to the halfway point, so very possible they could hold on to it, make it to the end, and go from there. But in the meantime, you see the gap between Bryson and Justin Frazier. That gap is a 1.6 second gap right now. You see these 1, 2, and 3, they're out there by themselves, rocking and rolling. Well, you see Bryson getting loose, going up towards the wall, losing some space, putting some space between him and Joshua. And we got a caution. Oh, I see a truck backwards. That's almost going to be enough to bring that truck in if they're trying to split it in half. It is about 10 laps shy of halfway though, so we are seeing them come in for tires, I'd imagine, at this point. Let's see if we can see who that was that spun out. That was the 96. 96 of Zachary Peterson. Just broke loose and spun her out. Everybody managed to stay clear, so no damage should have occurred from anybody or been received by anybody. So we'll get back up here to the, whoops, to the, where we're getting lined back up. Ooh, we got guys that go into the pits. We got number 11 currently of Sean Timoty. He's going into the pits right now. It looks like, pending if Sean comes back out or not. If Sean comes back out, we'll have 17 trucks still in the race. If not, it'll be 16. All right, so as we get around these corners here, we've got Jordan Tross will be starting back off in first place. Joshua Altice will be starting second. Bryson Daffern will be third. With Tony McDaniel to his outside. No, it's not Tony McDaniel. That is Justin Frazier to his outside. Tony McDaniel is there, so Brent Thompson in the 045 is going to be 5th. Tony McDaniels is going to be running 6th. And we're green already. Just like that. And we see Jordan getting a nice jump this time around. So, but Bryson is right there behind him. However, we have seen Bryson push and we got another caution. I see, looks like maybe the 69, 21. Oh, wrong way. Looks like 21 comes in around the corner. 69 just comes in and gives us a little love tap. There you go. Back up here to the end of the session, where they are going to be lining back up again. Currently have 84 laps. We are halfway, right? No, we're not quite halfway. We're almost halfway. Start lining up side by side as we come around the back stretch here. Get lined up, get ready to go. Yeah, I'm incorrect. Maybe we got one more to go around yet. One more to go around. We got 17 trucks still out there. Now I take that back. It looks like we have 16 that are still out there. Now they're going to line up side by side. They will come around this next corner. Pace car will drop down out of the way, and green will be right shortly after. So, green, green, green. Here we go. We are going racing again. We got Jordan Tross in the front again. Bryson Daffern on that outside. Bryson's going to catch the wall, slow him down. That's going to give the opportunity to Joshua to get up in there in a second. We see Justin Frazier behind him bouncing off the wall a little bit too. So guys are having a hell of a time trying to keep her straight. Why don't we hop into the cockpit with one of these guys? Let's go with the 94 here. Josh Altice. See how that driving's going. We are now officially halfway on this race. And we got caution. Looks like I see two cars on the backstretch there, so. That is the 8 of Thaddeus Freed. He was looking the wrong direction, so I'm not sure. Ooh. Oh, that's gonna be a rough one. See if we can't rewind it right before all that chaos happens. Oh, looks like Thaddeus just kind of drove down in front of him. Go ahead and rewind that back one more time here. Yeah, Thaddeus just kind of cutting down, but he broke loose and got in front of, and there was nowhere for the 96 to go but into him. So nothing could have been done there, and unfortunately then he gets hit by Garrett Stone there in the rear end too, so that's going to put damage to both of them. Josh up there, or Jordan up there, trying to give the pace car a little truck loving. Not sure which truck that was that just popped out there, but lucky. All right, we are down officially to 16 trucks now. Pace car is down, and we're gonna go green again. Jordan getting a good jump. We'll see if he can hold on to it this time. two good drivers up behind him between Joshua Altice and Bryson Daffern. So anything could happen. Anything could change this up in a hurry. Oh, and there we see Joshua going sideways. And unfortunately for him, Bryson was right there and kind of caught him. Not the way that you want to be caught, though. See if we can go back and see how that went. Find it just a bit more. You see him just kind of get loose, and Bryson trying to get out of the way and unfortunately caught him. Before 5 of Brent Thompson also getting into him, so. All right, so this restart, we're going to have Jordan Tross starting in first, Bryson Daffern second, Justin Frazier will be third, Not Melissa will be fourth, Tony McDaniels will be fifth, Abram Ghostin is now back up into sixth, David Bersecki is in seventh, Todd Parent is in eighth, Thaddeus has managed to get his way back up to ninth, and Matthew Williams is going to be in your 10th spot tonight. We are way behind. That is my fault. Jordan getting that jump, huge jump. Gonna get in front of Justin Frazier. Not Melissa, currently running in third place. Working their way up, trying to get around into second though. Not quite enough there. So there's your 1, 2, 3. Jordan Tross, Justin Frazier, and Not Melissa. And we got another caution. Cautions are just breeding cautions right now. Wondering if that was on that, but we will previous crash it and find out. It actually Looked like there was some net code involved in that one. Back up here to the beginning of the troops. All right, so we got all right, so on this restart, let me make sure I am. On this restart, you got the 79 of Jordan Trass. He's going to be in front on the restart. Justin Frazier is going to be his outside in that 27. Not Melissa right there in the 38. They're going to be driving in third place on this restart. Tony McDaniels will be right there in fourth. And Allison Clifton will be in fifth. So they're going to start breaking out side by side. Jordan's going to go up and pass the Grey Poupon to the iRacing pace car driver. All right, this time around. Pace car should drop down just like he did right there, and we're gonna go green. Green, green, green. We are back racing again. So Jordan getting a nice jump again on this restart, getting out in front. Not Melissa, trying to keep up, trying to get a little help from Justin Frazier, but just doesn't seem like it wants to be wants to be there. So Not Melissa trying to push their way up in to get up there and challenge Jordan for first. We are seeing them break loose though, so it could happen to where they start to and end up breaking loose and end up leaving 5 spots in between them. So you see Not Melissa keeping up and starting to take a look to the inside there. Not quite going to do it because it just wasn't there, so. These guys starting to work their way around some lap traffic here, so that's going to change some things up for some of them, not so much for others, but they continue to bob and weave through the lap traffic. Jordan manages to hold on to the front with Not Melissa following in not too far behind. Looking back, it looks like moving back, you got a battle right here. This is your battle for 6th. Here we see that lap traffic starting to hinder their advancement. Which I'm sure is pleasing to not Melissa. So lap traffic slowing down Jordan. Slowing down all of them. Oh, we got a truck sideways back there. Not sure if that's going to bring a caution or not. I did see a truck go sideways behind them on that back stretch. No, it's not going to show me who that was. Looks like nobody was really affected by that. Meanwhile, Jordan and not Melissa have managed to clear a bunch of the lap traffic, so they're getting out there ahead of everybody by quite a ways now. So it's telling me that the gap here to here is a 2.8 second gap. So Jordan running some great times right now. He's able to get a 0.6 and growing gap between him and not Melissa. But then you fall back here and then you got to go 3.5 seconds back to get to Abram. So not 100% sure to see how those guys got so far away, but so this is your battle for first right now, holding on between Jordan Tross and not Melissa. And you got to go back here to Abram just to try and get back into third place here. You see him getting a little loose coming out of that corner. But between here and not Melissa, it's over it is now 3.5 seconds, and it is growing. So I'm not sure what these front three have compared to everybody else, but Here we see Jordan out front. He's currently leading by almost a second now between him and Not Melissa. Not Melissa, between Melissa, them and Abram, because Abram is your third place right now. There's about a 3-second gap between the two. You got 37 laps to go. Jordan is your current lead. Melissa, not Melissa, is your second. Abram is currently running third. You got Dave Bersecki out here in the 92. Currently in fourth place. Tony McDaniel. Also been here since a long time. You see the 94 Joshua Altice. He's having some issues, so he's going to stay up to the outside and get out of everybody's way, let these guys by. And that's going to throw Tony onto the inside. We saw that one happen. Him kind of getting loose there, and not sure if he had a little assistance there or not, but he did not. He did that all on his own. So that was all on Tony. Get back up here too. All right, so here's where some strategies are going to start coming in. We have 32 laps to go. So if they come in, get tires, top off their fuel, they will definitely be able to make it to the end of the race on what they have. However, all right, they are going to go around one more time. They're going to start lining up, get their spots. All right, pace car will drop down. We will start this back up. 30 laps to go. Green, 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 30 laps to go. Let's see what they got. Let's see if they can make it the rest of the way without a caution. Jordan Tross out there in front, getting a huge jump on that one. Matthew Williams is now up in second place. Somebody we haven't talked about a lot tonight. They've been in the mingle in the back, so they've managed to push their way up. Now at 7th place. Or up 7 spots, I'm sorry. Up 7 spots to 2nd place. Meanwhile, we got Ron challenging for a position right here. This is your battle for 4th. Jumping up here to the front, Jordan Tross out here all by themselves. Well, never mind. So this gap, number-wise, it looks a lot bigger. As you see, we come into that line back up. Ooh. Yep, just slid up into that, slid up into the 69 there. Unfortunately, I had to put them off the track. All right, as they go around, we'll be right back. All right, looks like we came out of a caution, went back into a caution. So let's see what happened on that one. Looks like 92 just happened to spin out. Let's see if they were... Oops, wrong button. See if they were assisted at all, or if they just kind of lost control and went and spun out. Looks like he did get tagged a little bit by the 96, and then he just couldn't get it back under control. So, unfortunately, that's going to be a big damage for him. So on this restart, we're going to have Jordan Tross, not Melissa, in second. Matthew Williams will be third. Ron Holyfield will be fourth. Brent Thompson will be fifth. Justin Frazier is going to be sixth. Abram Ghostin will be seventh. Zachary Peterson will be eighth. Bryson Daffern will be ninth. Bryson working his way back up. And Dave Brusecki will round out your top 10. So they'll get lined up. We're on the back stretch. Pace car will drop down as we come around the next corner, and we will go green again. We have 11 laps to go. We've got 11 cautions so far tonight. It has been a caution busy night. And there we go. We're green. Jordan again getting a nice jump. We have 10 to go. Jordan out there just being consistent tonight. So Jordan out there, he's got about a half-second lead in front of Not Melissa. Not Melissa has a second and a 1.2 second gap between them and Matthew Williams. Ron Holyfield is going to be currently running in fourth with Justin Frazier right here in fifth. Then we move back. Zachary Peterson is in sixth with Brent Thompson in seventh. Abram Ghostin is currently in eighth with Dave Brusecki in ninth with Bryson Daffern is going to be in 10th. And we have a caution. Looks like the 94 I see sitting. So let's go like this. Looks like Bryson might have been involved. I see smoke. Oh, that's not what you want to see. It looked like Bryson got into the back of the 94 Josh Altice, and Josh ended up pinning him to the outside wall. Unfortunately, the 69 got tagged in that, as did the 8 of Thaddeus Friel, so lots of damage going out on that one. So we're going to have 3 to go. So we are going to have a green-white checker. All right, they're going to go one more time around. Everybody will get lined up. We will go green. We will go white. We will go checker. Jordan has been getting some great restarts. I imagine he's hoping to do the exact same again this time around. His car is down, and we are green. He's getting a jump, but not Melissa is going to be right there with him. Not Melissa tagging the wall, so that's going to give him a little help. You're going to come around. There's the white flag. There's a guy wiping out, but it is not going to matter. They're going to continue on and go through. Got not Melissa coming in. Saw a couple guys go sideways there right on the final lap. Alrighty. Well, we want to go there. All right. So trying to get a good camera view here, but there's just not a good camera view for any of this right now, it looks like. Well, it looks like that's where we're going to go. We're going to go with that view there, I guess. All right. Looks like we have our first Our first interviewee is in here waiting, so we will get to them so we can let them get in here and get them out. Mr. Matthew Williams, do you got a copy?
I do, yes, sir. How you doing?
I am doing great. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Ready to go to bed, honestly.
Well, you were in the front, or you were up there towards the front. You started, let's see, you started in 9th. You're up 6 spots, finishing in 3rd. You were involved in an earlier incident, so I'm sure you're probably happy to be able to be worked your repairs and able to get back up here and get into the podium spot tonight.
Yeah, I was pretty upset there at first. I mean, sorry, I got something stuck in my throat, but no, we had gone down 2 laps and weren't really sure, if I'd be able to get back. We kind of had a similar situation at North Wilkesboro earlier in the year. And, just between a bunch of cautions and other people going laps down, never could really get back into it. And so tonight it was kind of like, I'm not sure if I'm even going to be able to get back on the lead lap if we continue to have a lot of cautions, but luckily made it and just cycled back out towards the front. And, we had that long run right there before those last few cautions at the end, and was able to get some track position. Felt a lot better on a long run than I did short. Ever since they've kind of done this new update, it just feels weird trying to run the bottom or kind of more in the middle than it does the top. And I'm still trying to get used to it. So it was tough, and I'm certainly happy taking home a P3.
Absolutely. Like we said, you got involved in that thing earlier. You lapped down, and to work your way back up on the short track, and we did have a couple decent runs, but there was a lot of cautions tonight. What did we end up with? We had 12 cautions total tonight, so
yeah,
it worked out in your favor to help a little bit, get your lap back. I don't know, were you lucky dog to get that back, or?
Yeah, I got it was back to back right before I think we kind of had that last long run. It felt
Gotcha.
like maybe, I don't know, 30 to 40 laps or whatever before those last few cautions. So somewhere around there. And again, like I said, I mean, it just, as the run went on, it felt a little bit better, but it just, I don't know what it is about this new update. It's just, for some reason, it just feels so slick, and I don't feel like corner entry is very good. Off, like corner exit's okay, but just something about it I've not been able to figure out yet thus far.
Well, and we noticed tonight there seemed to be a lot of seemed like everything was slick tonight for you guys. I mean, we watched a lot of the guys kind of struggle, and they were seesawing the steering wheel trying to get around the corners, and I imagine after all of that, you guys are quite tired after trying to keep these trucks straight.
For sure, yeah, man. I mean, just sawing at the wheel, and I think between just the sun being out, track probably being a lot hotter than some races that we've usually done here that are at night, have a little bit more grip. I think that was probably a big factor in it as well. But yeah, just a whole lot to do on this half mile, and just a lot of chaos. So,
well, is there anybody you'd like to thank for your P3 tonight?
certainly got to shout out all my S&B boys. I know it's kind of up and down night for a lot of us, and did have some great finishes, and then a few were able to kind of get up there and have some decent runs as well. So kind of a mixed bag there. Obviously, this is a tough track, and especially with all those cautions too, it just kind of throws a lot of plans and strategy out the window as well. But certainly got to shout out Pop-Tarts, Apex Mountain Apparel, any college football fans out there. Don't forget the Pop-Tarts Bowl is on December 27th. And for me, it is certainly the next best bowl game behind all the New Year's Six and college football playoff bowl games. So make sure you guys tune in for that. And certainly got to thank you as well for the broadcast, everybody at ATC for putting on such a great show for us. And hopefully some good finishes here down the road. And congrats to Jordan on a great win. He had a really solid night.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on your P3 tonight, and go get yourself some rest.
Yes, sir. Will do. Thanks, man. Take care.
You have yourself a good night.
You too.
All right. Moving on up. Moving on up to not Melissa. Trevor, how's it going, sir?
Oh, it's going great, sir.
At some point,
Oh,
I'm going to need to make sure to write a note down so I know who this is. Because I've been calling you not Melissa all night. So
Yes, sir. My name's Trevor. My mom, she registered me for iRacing when I was 15, so I
Ah,
had to rock with her name because she was paying the. So
gotcha. Yeah, I heard. Well, I think it was last week. I heard somebody say that wasn't actually Melissa driving, and it was some story like that, and I couldn't remember the exact story. I couldn't remember the name, so I was going with not Melissa. So, so I've got to make a little note to make sure that I know who it is, so that way I have a name to put to the actual racer. But you know, you looked like you were giving Jordan a hell of a battle there the second half of this race, and that last lap, it looked like you were really starting to push, like you were going to actually possibly even get him there on that last lap, but not quite enough. But still, P2 out of this. There's a lot of cautions tonight, so I don't know if you were kind of involved in any of those and had to work your way back up through everything or not. But it looks like you started in 11th place, up 9 spots to second tonight. So not a bad run overall. I
yes,
mean,
sir. Yes, sir. That last, yes, sir. That last lap, I had a good run going. I kind of imagined where he was taking off just off of his body language, and I was able to capitalize on it. Just didn't have enough. Dad, I believe. I'm sorry, I'm new, but he is really good. I was battling with him through some of that race. He is a really good racer. Props to him.
absolutely. And I mean, like we say, you can't take it away that you were up there racing. We saw it multiple times. Jordan had a heck of a start on a lot of these, and like you said, you were able to kind of guess where he was going to start and how he was starting, and you were able to keep right up with him on that last restart, and that kind of helped you give you that opportunity to almost get first tonight. So it was a good race there at the end, watching you battle him, and you can't be too upset with P2 though. So
Sir, I'm stoked. Um, I honestly had no idea that's how that race was gonna go. I came late, and so due to real life stuff going on, and saw I had just enough time to qualify. Qualified 11th, and just picked it up as I was going throughout the race.
well, is there anybody you'd like to thank for P2 tonight?
Sir, yes, sir. I would like to thank my family, my mom, dad, and aunt for always supporting me in racing and following my dreams. I'd also like to thank my sponsor, VAN, Veterans and Affiliated Networking. They're soon to be nonprofit looking to help veterans with coaching for everything iRacing, from getting better at racing, broadcasting, and paints. VAN is looking to help veterans in iRacing at no cost to them. um, Most of all, I'd like to thank the Lord above. Thank you all.
All righty. Well, couldn't said it better myself. Congratulations on P2 tonight, and look forward to seeing you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. So that's going to move us up to the man of the hour. This man right here, Jordan Trost. You got a copy?
I've got a copy.
Well, sir, once you got out front, you didn't let go. And a lot of the restarts, you had really good jumps, and nobody really had anything for you except for Trevor on that last run. It looked like he was able to time your start and stay right with you, and gave you a challenge on that last lap.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. The restarts here, it's really tough to get going and match the leader, and I knew the lead was a big advantage. He did a great job there on that final restart, but once I got clear of him, it was just about trying to make sure I didn't make any mistakes, because for him to actually pass me and clear me, it would basically take a mistake at that point. And so I was trying not to overdrive and just keep it on the bottom and prevent him from getting up and beside me there.
Well, I don't know. I don't think you were involved in any incidents tonight or caught up in any of them, because I think you were out front for most of the night. So, you know, from what I recall of most of the race, you know, you were towards the front, you were out there and just driving away with it for most of the night. If it would have stayed green for a longer period of time, I think you would have had a much larger gap between a lot of the guys, because there for a while, I think you did have up to, I think, a half-second gap in front of Trevor. And I think between you two and then third place, it was up to a second and a half on that longer run. So, you know, it was you were running fast and managed to keep her straight. We saw a lot of the guys having a lot of problems trying to keep the truck straight, a lot of seesawing with the wheel to keep it, just try and go forward. So, and that kind of helped lead to some of the 12 cautions that we saw tonight. So congratulations on the P1 tonight. Is there anybody like to thank?
Yeah, thank you for the broadcast. Can't wait to watch this one back. And thanks for everyone at ATC, Saw, Dave, Zach, and just everyone who helps out. It's a lot of fun to run these races, and glad to finally get that second win of the season. This paint scheme was really unlucky for me last season, and bringing it back in this season, and I've won 2 out of my 3 races in it. So this one keeps me in for the championship race, and unfortunately, all it looks like Joshua Altus and Bryson got caught up in some wrecks there. So the points are going to be a lot closer, I think, after this race. We'll have to take a look at what it is, but it should be a fun fight, and thank everyone for helping us put it on.
Yeah, it's definitely going to shuffle you guys up, because you don't have a lot of points between each other. So be interested to see how that all falls once the points get updated, and we'll see how that goes for next week. Let's see. We are going at it here.
We will be going to Charlotte.
Charlotte? Okay. What are your thoughts on that track?
You know, I'm not a huge fan of Charlotte. It's probably my least favorite mile and a half. That's not Atlanta Super Speedway, but you know, it's one of those tracks where, again, it's in the trucks, you have so much on throttle time because you just don't have quite the same horsepower as some of the other stock cars, and so it's whoever can really save that right front the best while maintaining pace. And the draft is a huge deal there, and so I think the biggest goal of that race is just trying to stay with your competitors and try to be better than them on the long run.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing that next week.
Yeah, and sounds good. Hopefully I can talk to you again.
Yeah, I was going to say, hopefully we'll see you back up here next week. So congratulations on P1, and hopefully we'll see you up here.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good night. All right. Well, with that being said, let's get the final standings up there. You can see where everybody's kind of at. There are the final standings. You can see where your favorite racer ended up. And with that being said, we have 2 more races of the season. Charlotte next week. And then we have Phoenix on the 19th. So be sure to mark your calendars for those. We will see you guys all then. On behalf of ATC Racing League, I am Sir Brazen Bull. This has been an ATC production on the ATC YouTube. We will see you back here next week. Have yourselves a wonderful weekend, a wonderful week. We'll see you here next Friday. And later on, everybody.